Good morning, listeners. This is your host Parthesh Shah, co-founder of Fintech, and you are listening to Night Snippets. Here is all what you need to know before going into trade for 29th September 2020. In the international market, after 3 weekly losses, Dow Jones is up 410 points or 1.5 percentage points, and Nasdaq is up 204 or 1.9 percentage points. This can be a bargain trade or run up before presidential election debate. For US, this is a very eventful week. Tuesday night could give further insight into the November election as presidential election debates will take place, and the September jobs report will be released on Friday. Markets were calm, waiting for these events to unfold, and hence the US 10-year benchmark closed at 0.67 and 30-year at 1.42. The 10-year benchmark range is seen at 0.66 to 0.69 percentage points. In the crude oil market, no major market moving news in the crude oil and is stable at $42.50 per barrel. From the review perspective, we are neutral for crude as of now. From a long-term perspective, we are positive on crude with $50 per barrel target in 3 to 6 months. Time to know one interesting fact in crude oil market. The IMF, the International Monetary Fund, has estimated that Saudi Arabia needs oil prices at 76.10 to achieve fiscal break-even in the current year, with the current crude oil prices leaving the country with a huge budget deficit of 11.4% of GDP. Oil accounts for roughly 87% of Saudi budget revenues, 90% of the export earnings, and 42% of GDP. These figures show the heavy reliance of Saudi Arabia on crude oil. Moving on to the currency market, dollar index is at 94.23, key resistance is seen at 94.50 or 94.60 range. Once again, dollar breached our target of 94.26 on the lower side and is expected to be range bound today. Keep an eye on today's presidential election debate and Friday's jobs data. Today's dollar range is seen at 93.95 to 94.40. USD CNY or Chinese yuan at 683. Indian rupee closed yesterday at 73.71 with a high of 73.85. Looks like 73.70 is playing a crucial role and prices are here to stay for some more time. Today's USD INR range is 73.65 to 73.85. In the domestic market, the review of the flexible inflation target is ongoing, and it is unlikely the finance ministry will change the framework. The RBI itself is currently undertaking an internal review of the entire monetary policy framework, which is separate from the review of the inflation target. RBI has postponed the RBI MPC meeting due on 29 September to 1st of October. New dates will be announced shortly. RBI is also expected to disclose the names of the 3 new faces which are going to be added to the MPC. Just a reminder that Pami Dua, Chetan Gate and Ravindra Dholakia's tenure is over and it has not been extended. We all are awaiting the new names. It seems the RBI will announce the borrowing calendar on 30th September 2020, the last day of the second half. Today's SDL auctions worth rupees 25,437 crore will be a key challenge. We strongly advise our clients who have appetite and need for SDLs in the portfolio and have been waiting for the opportunity for the last 2 months on our advice. The opportunity is coming now. Please do the tail beating for all whenever necessary or consult us before taking any decisions. Currently, the SDL versus GSEC spread is 70 basis points and it has increased from 45 basis points seen 2-3 months back. We now expect the spread to increase further and reach up to 90 basis points and envision SDL yields above 7% very soon. The heavy SDL supply burden will be there on the market with negative bias. Very important note, as you know, we have been strongly vocal on reducing the positions before the borrowing calendar and it has been rewarded. Since the OMO auction at 590 levels, we have asked our clients to reduce their positions and it has worked out well for all. We will be available with the auction cutoff ranges today by 10:40 a.m.